Hello, welcome to my channel, Native6 TV. How you guys doing today? Well, I got some little exciting news. I think it was on a Sunday or a Monday morning. Well, actually, let me see. Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, I think it was. Yeah, Saturday morning. A couple of people. I went to the front desk and got some a little heads up on what they did on paranormal. Let's say investigation. Front desk lady did it with a couple of friends of hers, and she told me a little bit about what was happening in the concert hall. So I actually got to get to put it on video so you guys can listen and watch it. I was kind of shy at first of showing it. I didn't know what they were going to say, so I just went ahead and did it. So I hope you enjoy it. See what happens. I don't know how long the footage is. I haven't really looked into it yet. I'm just trying to get my groove back into the videos, but I haven't done it yet. In the long run, I'll tell you a little story on that later on. The next video comes up. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Watch it and see what you think. We'll see ya.
Went missing. And then I think it randomly, if I remember the story right, it like randomly appeared on the beach one day. And since then, something very negative has attached itself to Robert. He is in a glass enclosure. If you speak ill of Robert, if you say anything negative about him to him, he will latch onto you and he will do very bad things. If you take photos without his permission, he will do very bad things. It is said that he has been responsible for people's deaths.
I saw that on Ghost Adventures.
Yes.
They have a new, series where they have artifacts and things. Yes, that's where I saw Robert.
Yes.
Oh my.
I would love to go and see Robert. He terrifies me a little bit, but I would still like to go and see him.
Yeah, and I know Zach, whatever his name,
Biggins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Robert, can I take your picture?
Yeah, you have to ask permission because it is said that he has killed people who did not ask his permission, who took things from him, said very bad things about him. I think 6 people have died. A lot of people have had serious medical issues, very, very bad car accidents that left them like very injured, heart attacks, strokes, all after interacting with Robert and not being very kind to him.
So you gotta get on worship.
Just, I feel like it's the same, just rule of thumb.
For any
Don't
spirit,
taunt, just be respectful, be polite, know that they were here before you.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's how I'm on such a good standing with all the ghosts here, with the exception of the one that wanted me to try to kill myself.
They don't bother me. I don't know why.
Including the one that told me to jump off the balcony.
Yeah, no, it legitimately wanted me to die or be very seriously injured. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Oh, there's one night we went ghost hunting after several of us had gotten snowed in.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we went hunting in Caretaker's Cottage, and then after that, we went over to the concert hall, and it had all been fine. Dennis had told us that it wasn't safe to go downstairs because there had been a very negative entity that had come through the portal downstairs, and it was kind of floating around everywhere, that all of us had interacted with at some point by that. And we all went to the VIP section, and we're just sitting along the balcony in the concert hall. And then something came up behind me, really, really dark, really aggressive, and it jumped over the ledge.
Oh,
and as somebody who has dealt with depression and suicidal ideation, I said, guys, we need to leave right now. Because I was like, guys, we need to leave. Told them what happened, and they were like, yeah, we need to go. Ella was pushed off the last step, getting shoved out the building. I was pushed out the door. And after we got out and locked the door, Ella said, yeah, Dennis told me to run right before you said that.
Wow.
And then as we were walking, we were like, okay, I think we're done for the night. We were all walking back in here to go to bed, and the whole way here felt eyes on the back of my neck. and it was not good. It was like
Here's
marking me. It was like, I almost got you.
Man.
I'm gonna come back for you.
Oh.
So how many people, you keep naming different people over there?
So
In the concert hall?
Yeah.
Wow.
overall, the people we interacted with that night, we had Alfred and Flora over in the caretaker's cottage. Once we went over to the concert hall, Dennis, Paul, Billy, Eddie. Didn't talk with Lucy because we didn't go downstairs. Ruby was there. And then that dark entity. I don't think it's human, at least anymore. I think it started that way. I think it's been in darkness too long and it's no longer human. That was also, did all that, went to bed. When I left in the morning to go home, that's when I got in my car accident. That totaled my car. And if I had hit her at a different angle, the engine compartment would have gone into my car and probably would have crushed my legs at least. I'm 100% sure the only reason that didn't happen was my own spirit guides that are with me, because I think that dark entity caused that. Because I never had had that car freeze up the way that it did. And I've slid on ice before, driven in those conditions ever since before I got my license.
Wow.
And I had never had my car do that. And it was the night after, or the morning after, that entity had told me that.
Whoa.
And I felt eyes. Literally until we walked into this building, I felt eyes all the way on the back of my head. And I kept looking back and I didn't see anything, but I knew it was there watching me. And I was like, this is not good. And then I got in my car accident. So, yeah.
Wow.
I genuinely think it wanted me dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, and the other night I was walking through the tunnel and
Yeah, I don't go through the tunnel.
other than that one experience in the concert hall, I've never had anything negative here. Well, okay, that's not true. That dark entity did try to come at me again. On the 4th floor, I was delivering a specialty suite, and then all of a sudden, I felt pressure, almost like I was in at the bottom of the ocean where there's the pressure's really strong. I felt like it was trying to crush me. I felt it wrap around me and squeeze.
Woo.
So other than those two things, I've never had anything negative here, never been uncomfortable here. But the other night I was walking through the tunnel and I looked over to where I'm pretty sure the portal is, and I got goosebumps and I was like, oh. And I put my head down and I rushed out of the tunnel, and then I had to go back through, and I knocked on the door before I went through. I was just passing through, not trying to do anything, just going through the tunnel. And I got through and I was like, thank you, because something did not want me in there, did not want me looking at it. That was 3 nights ago.
Yeah.
So it was something did not want me going through there, or interacting with it, did not want me there. And I was like, sorry, I just need to walk through, just getting through the tunnel, that's all. Not trying to do anything.
Yeah, I try to avoid going through the tunnel.
That's the only time I've ever had a weird negative-ish experience.
And then there's that little hole, is that the portal? It's this.
I think it's behind the carriage.
Oh, okay.
That's where I always feel it.
Oh.
Is behind the carriage.
Every time I walk back that way, I always like to look that way. I was like, what's behind there, but
I just go like this if I ever go through it.
Yeah, it was so bizarre, because I just looked, and then I was like, it was that immediate bad feeling when you're getting in trouble as a kid, you know you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
Just wanted to double check we're having an extra towel set.
Yes, I'll have that delivered up to you for you guys. But yeah, that feeling when you're a kid and you broke something and you're gonna get in trouble, where it's just that feeling, that was I felt I was oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, and I was just fuck. I was why? I was I need to get out. I need to get out of this tunnel right now because something does not want me in here. And if I'm ever delivering specialty suite stuff, or even just going to a room, even if I know 100% it is unoccupied, I will knock. Because I'm like, just coming in, guys. Just letting you guys know. Like, I think that's why Lord Dunraven leaves me alone.
Yeah.
Is because I knock on his door. If my hands are full and I cannot knock, I will literally say.
That's over there, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Caretakers?
No. He's in here. 401.
Oh, 401.
Lord Dunraven, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
But he's not entirely he wasn't a great person in life. Probably didn't change in death. So like if my hands are full and I can't knock, I'll just be like, Lord Dunraven, just letting you know I'm coming in. Sorry, I can't knock. It's like I've never had a bad experience with him, but that I've heard from guests who go in there, taunt him, are disrespectful. They have a very not good night. So, like, I'm just like, even if it's not
sage myself tonight.
it's just, even if I know it's not a spirited room, I'm like, this is not our place. This is theirs. This is where they live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're just guests here, literally.
Right.
Like,
Wow.
so I've had a lot of things happen.
Wow. You're
But-
super.
So you have to be a
sensitive.
night person
Yes.
to follow this all the way like midnight to morning.
I mean, and even just doing night audit, like I'm sitting in the office 99% of I like come out here every once in a while, check things, or if somebody comes up to the desk, whatever. But I hear a man's voice in the lobby constantly. I hear knocking on the door, knocking on the counter. But I'm pretty sure it's FO I keep hearing in the lobby.
Huh.
Because just like he's walking through. And like I'll come out and check every time and there's no one here.
Hmm.
But I've seen him standing over by the car. I'm pretty sure it was Flora who I saw in the McGregor room. That night in the caretakers, or in the concert hall, we saw Dennis and Billy, and I didn't see Ruby, but I felt her. It wasn't until I started working here that was when I started, seeing things more. I had very few experiences of actually like seeing people. But I've seen dead people. I do. Now that I work here, a lot more than I used to. I used to have where I lived, when I lived with my parents in Arvada, there was a shadow figure who would watch over me. No idea who he was. He's like 7 foot tall.
Wow.
I woke up one morning, like way before my alarm, and I was like 13, maybe. I woke up before my alarm, and for some reason I just looked over across my room and I saw this really big black figure. Thought it was my dad at first, because like my dad's a big guy, and then I realized my room was pitch black, and I could very clearly see a darker figure, and it was just like a big dude, just like standing like this, just in the center of my room watching me. And I was like, fucking like his head was like almost at the ceiling. So I looked over at my lamp on my nightstand, glanced back, he was still there, reached over, turned it on, he was gone. And I saw a shadow figure walking the hall right in front of my room one night too, because like there was like string lights that my parents had up in the hallway, and I had left my door cracked a little bit. And I was like trying to fall asleep, and I saw the strip of light on the wall. And then all of a sudden, it blacks out on the wall. You can still see it on the ceiling, where like above where someone's head would be, but it just blacks out, and then it slowly comes back like someone passed the door. So I'm like, I don't know who that was. I don't know who that was. But they were watching over me. Because like I never got a bad feeling from it. It was kind of just like someone who just like was like, you good? Good? Looking out for you, bro. Like that was the feeling I got. Both times. But then I started seeing things a lot more when I got here. But I've been sensitive my entire life. At my old house in Denver that I lived in as a kid. I don't remember much of this, I was like 3 or 4. But my parents said that they would see shadow figures on the walls.
Yeah.
Wow.
And our vacuum would turn on all the time by itself, even unplugged. It would turn on by itself. My parents were like, it's just the vibration from the floor. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can understand that when it's plugged in, which it's not.
It wasn't.
Like the cord was literally coiled on the floor, and it turned on, and I was like, okay. So like since I was like 3 or 4,
Wow.
I've had stuff happening. They've always followed me. And I have 2 family members
They're
who stick with
here.
me. Yeah. On my first day, they welcomed me here. Literally, on my first day working here, it happened twice.